Hello, folks.
Hello, how are y'all tonight?
Glad to have you here. We got a couple of friends that we know you need to see, if you haven't already. Republican nominee, Mary Serafine. Thank you, ma'am. I hope to see you. I know you have lots of good things to say.
Good to be here.
And Veronica.
Hello, folks.
Good to see you again. We met Veronica at the Baby A's, where I didn't have to buy a single beer. Conservative Hispanic Society. So go ahead and why don't we start with Veronica? Tell us about. It was really a great meeting. I don't even know where to begin about it. It was really great to be there. There must have been 50 people there.
Right.
Packed into that room.
Right. And well, that was pretty unexpected. We're brand new.
That's why you got such a little room.
Well, now we know for the next time. We know to get a bigger room, but it's great. We've only been since September of '09, and
10-4.
So it's growing pretty rapidly. We have over 2,000 members on Facebook, and so we're here to be the conservative voice for the Hispanics in Austin.
And let's give everybody the name. It's the Conservative. It's CHS, Conservative Hispanic Society.
It's right there on the
ConservativeHispanics.org.
They'll soon be having a web page and all, I presume.
Right.
At the top there.
We do have our official website. It's the ConservativeHispanics.org. Or you can follow us on Facebook. You can find it
for the local chapter.
Right. You can find me on there, Veronica Armendariz on Facebook. I'll be posting several of our events, meetings. So we'll be glad to have anybody who's interested.
10-4. And I do highly suggest you all go on down and get interested.
Well, Veronica, I think what was interesting as we were talking is that there are so many Hispanics and Hispanics historically believe in the values, family values,
right.
Values of church and community,
right.
And really believe in the conservative values of the whole election process,
right.
And many times get led astray, right. As to the radical left as far as voting for people, not knowing what those people are standing for.
Right, and I think where things got kind of lost and swayed to the left is that people probably forgot that as Hispanics were traditionally conservative in those values as far as pro-life, pro-family,
exactly.
Limited government, where our work ethic is impeccable. I mean, and
right.
you go to any construction site and these guys
right.
are working 20 hours a day.
Yeah.
They have families to support. They help their families back in Mexico.
That's right.
So it's not just making a living. It's a way of making sure that their families have what they need, and that's a conservative thing that Hispanics traditionally have. But for whatever reason, I think it's just they've lost track of where they really need to vote.
Well, I grew up. I was born in West Texas and grew up in eastern New Mexico. My dad was a farmer. There were a lot of laborers that would come over on visas. But there was one year that the crops had come in late, and there was a man, Shorty, that would come in and work for my dad every year. And his visa expired, and there was about a month left that he could have gotten in trouble. But he wasn't going to leave my dad until the job was finished.
Right.
And this is the kind of
dedication
people,
to get the job.
this is the heart of the Hispanic people that I've been around. In the military, the soldiers that I served with a Hispanic background, these guys, their commitment to God and country were to be admired.
Right.
And so it's
one thing I've always admired too, when we go to the border a lot, all in the valley. Yeah. Every town, like Laredo itself, right in the middle of Laredo is a rather large park that's almost entirely dedicated to Hispanics who have served.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes. Yeah. There's another, in addition to the work ethic, another aspect of it is that Hispanics are a very entrepreneurial group.
Oh, yes.
And therefore, the principles of limited government and low taxation, which is the driver of good business practices, is one of the reasons, in my opinion, anyway, that groups like the Conservative Hispanic Society exist and should be promoting the ability of people to choose better politicians to represent those values of limited government and a more capitalistic scenario than socialist principles, which tend to degrade business and
families.
Families. So,
yeah. And I think it's this younger generation too that has this entitlement personality, and it's becoming a bigger issue that we need to get a hold of that group of people and those younger generation and say, look, you know, it's better for you to work. It's better for you to get an education.
Oh, yeah.
It's better for you to get off of this system.
That's right.
Because now it's becoming a cycle of behavior for them.
Exactly.
And when you have a president like Obama that says, I'm going to give you more money and
That's
extend your benefits, and let's keep giving and giving and giving, rather than, you know, let's go back to the traditions of getting an education, working hard for your dollar.
That's right.
My parents always told us, whatever it is that you want, you work hard for it.
That's right.
You earn it, and when
That's
you
right.
buy it, guess what? You're going to
You're proud
appreciate it
of
a
it.
lot
That's right.
better
Exactly.
because you worked for it.
That's
You
right.
said, this is mine because I worked for it.
That's right.
And it's under my name.
That's right.
And it takes a lot. It gives you that bigger sense of pride.
Oh, it
you
does.
hold your head up high and you say,
That's
this
right.
is mine.
That's
I
right.
worked for it. I
Yes.
earned it.
Yes.
I was the
Rather-
same way as a child. You know, I guess I was 15 and I had my first job, and you know, got paid nothing. You know, but went down to the clothing store and bought 2 button-up T-shirts. You know, but I'd bought it with my money that I'd earned. You know, and these were special. You know, so that's what people want to do. That you know,
Yeah.
people want to work, and
Yeah.
you know, I think when people don't understand the pleasure that comes from being productive, regardless of what the job is, it's just you're participating in life, and it's so much more